The other night I was sorting through some papers in my bedroom looking for something. I've got drawers and drawers full of papers. But once I started looking through things, I found all sorts of interesting things. And one of the things I found was a little booklet that we made probably about 10 years ago in this ministry. And I was reading through it and I found one of my own testimonies. And I'd just like to share it. It's on financial provision. And I've just read through it and it just reminded me of things the Lord's done. Like I said in the video a few weeks ago, it's really good to look back on what the Lord has done because it encourages you for now. And this is what I'd written in this booklet. This is about 10 years ago this happened. One Sunday morning at church, the Lord put a figure in my mind. It was the amount he wanted me to give to his work that week. It was more than my usual tithe, but he clearly told me how much to give. I tried to knock him down a bit, but the figure was still the same, so I did give him that amount. Now when I got back to Mum and Dad's afterwards, I began to panic a bit. How am I going to manage this week, Lord, I said. I promised my son a new rucksack and I've got babysitter to pay and my daughter needs new boots. All that was before food and bills. It would have been a hard week anyway. A couple of hours later, my dad produced a really smart rucksack from upstairs and gave it to my son. He was really pleased with it and he said he preferred it to the one I was going to buy him. And so he got his rucksack and it hadn't cost me a penny. The amount it would have cost me to buy him one was exactly the amount I'd given on top of my tithe. But it didn't stop there. I didn't have to pay for any babysitters that week and I still got to all the meetings. I didn't have to buy my daughter any boots either. In my cupboard was a bag of baby clothes that I'd been given. As I looked through it I found a pair of little red boots which I didn't know were there and they fitted her perfectly. I was really sorry that I doubted God, especially when later in the week I received another surprise financial gift. I didn't know I'd get that when I gave the extra money to God, but the Lord did. He was in control all the time, and because I'd obeyed him, he gave me back much more than I'd given. And I've just finished with Luke chapter 6 verse 38. For if you give, you will get. Your gift will return to you in full and overflow measure, pressed down, shaken together, to make room for more and running over. Whatever measure you use to give, large or small, will be used to measure what is given back to you. And although this was 10 years ago, this is the principle of the kingdom of God, and it's still the same today, and God still blesses those who put him first in their finances.